Everyone, welcome back. Today I'll be showing you how I created the super fun underwater adventure nail set. The two gels I'm using today are the Mefa polish in 84 Apricot and the Anself potted gel in number 25. Everything will be listed in the description box in case I forgot to mention anything. So I'm starting as usual by putting down a base coat on all of the nails. While it's curing, I'm giving the potted gel a bit of a stir because when it sits unused for a while, the color can start to separate. So on the first, middle, and last nail, I'm applying the Peachy Gel Polish. And then on the second and fourth nail, I'm doing an ombre between the two colors, and every nail gets 2 coats. Next, I'm using this rocky marbly foil as well as the blue section from this galaxy-ish foil. I am placing the rocky looking foil near the cuticle end of the nail, going a bit less than halfway up the nail. I'm just rubbing it in with my fingers and then gently peeling away from the nail. Then I'm using the blue foil to cover the rest of the nail and meeting up with the rocky foil. So maybe the peachy background wasn't necessary, but at the time I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to go about creating this design. Once all the foils are done, I'm going over the whole nail with a matte top coat. This is to prep for the designs coming next. I like working on a matte top coat. Next, I'm using these whitish circle decals and placing them randomly along the bottom of the nail. This is just to create some sort of background, so it's not a precise placement of any kind. I'm just playing around with it to see what looks good to me. Next, I'm using the Vettsy Rhinestone Gel and using these colorful jaggedy rock shards, and I'm starting to place them along the bottom of the nail to create the look of a rocky ocean floor. I take a lot of time finding the right shaped rocks and placing them how I like. And I'm purposely going to create a dip in the center of the rocks for other details to go there. Once I've created my ocean floor, I'm applying more Rhinestone Gel into the divot that I left open, and I'm starting to place these golden-ish nuggets. The look that I'm going for is like a pile of gold and jewels resting on the bottom of the ocean, so I go back and forth a lot with these charms and bits and bobs, trying to decide the best shapes and sizes for the look I'm going for. And every few steps, I am flash curing so my gems don't shift around. In between the gold nuggets, I add in tiny diamonds and pearls to give the look of a pile of treasure. Once everything is how I like it, I put a shiny top coat over the blue area of the nail. Next, I'm cutting out this little orange fish from this transfer foil. And I placed it slightly over the pile of jewels so it looks like it's just swimming by. And next I use a clear builder gel and apply it a thick layer over the blue area of the nail. Then I pull in these tiny clear crystal balls and place them gently into the uncured builder gel in a kind of like a bubble placement, and of course I flash cure in between so nothing moves. I apply another layer of builder gel, into which I'm going to place more of those clear crystal balls, and this gives the nail a lot of depth and a very cool 3D effect. Now moving on to the next nail. For this one, I'm using this open clam design from the nail foil. I'm placing down transfer gel, and then I'm going to apply the design in the center of the nail, but down at the bottom near the cuticle. Then I go over the whole design with some base coat to seal it all in. And again, with the tiny clear crystal balls, I am creating a bubble placement floating up from the clam. Then I am using these blue fish from the foil, and I'm going to place them around the nail to make it look like they're just swimming around and give it the underwater look. Once they're all in place, I'm going to encapsulate the design with clear builder gel, but I'm leaving the bubbles uncovered. Now, taking a break from foils, I am going to create a fully encrusted nail using gems and crystals and pearls. My inspiration for this look is just a pile of treasure and riches, maybe hidden away in a pirate's chest somewhere. I want this look to be dazzling and also a little chaotic. Moving on to the second ombre now, I'm going back to the foil art. I picked out these coral designs and set about creating a coral reef along the bottom of the nail. I also add in some of the small blue fish swimming about. And of course, I'm adding in some more bubbles. Now, I lost some of the footage of me creating this final nail, but it was super simple. I just did some of the blue foil from earlier at the bottom of the nail and hand painted a bit of a sky scenery with the sun and some clouds, and here I'm adding in some simple birds in black. And here are all the nails together. What do you think of my underwater adventure? Let me know down below.